Hello, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Wealthy Wednesday with Rosy. Wealthy Wednesday with Rosy. My name is Rosy Ulaku Ike. I'm a beauty boss. I'm a director with a beauty company. I like to introduce myself as the ex-banker that was handling other people's money and didn't know how to handle her own money for 9 good years until I started my personal development journey 2.5 years ago. I am doing this from Owerri in Imo State. If you are joining me live, please let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know the city where you're joining me from in the comment section and I'll give you a shout out. Wow. Okay, so today is captioned Wealthy Wednesday with Rosy. Wealthy Wednesday with Rosy. On Monday, we handled Money Mindset Monday with Rosy. So today is Wealthy Wednesday. What is this about? I mentioned that I started a personal development journey 2.5 years ago. Hello, Geoffrey. Thank you for joining me live. Let me know where you're joining me from, please. I started a personal development journey 2.5 years ago, which changed the game for me, which led me to understand how money works. I am still in the process. I am still learning it. But this book is one of the books that changed the games for me. Secret of the Millionaire Mind, written by Harv T. Eker. Harv, Harv, Eker, that's his name. So he wrote this book, Secret of the Millionaire Mind. So on Monday, we looked at the part 1 of this book that talked about the blueprint of money. So today we are looking at the part 2. Part 2 talks about wealth files. It said that metaphorically, the mind is a very big cabinet. Hi, Anita. Thank you for watching. Please let me know where you're joining me from, and I'll give you a shout out. Please, if you watch this as a replay, of course, I know it's a work day and people are at work. If you watch this as a replay, please comment replay in the comment section and I'll give you a shout out. And if you watch me for the first time, if you watch me live for the first time today, comment new in the comment section. I will also give you a shout out. And if you know someone who might benefit from this, feel very free to share it. And as you share, comment shared in the comment section and I will give you a shout out. So today we are looking at the part 2 of this wonderful book. It talks about the wealth file. The wealth file. The wealth file. It said that the mind is a very big cabinet that contains different files labeled according to the information, just like you have in offices. Hi, Oliver. Hi, Isaac. Thank you for joining me live. Please let me know where you're watching me from and I'll give you a shout out. So Harv says that the mind is like a very big cabinet that contains different files. You know, when you go to offices, you have cabinets that contains files and you have the cabinets labeled. And because they are labeled, when you're looking for a particular document, you know where to go to retrieve that file. That is exactly how our mind is, based on the information that we have been exposed to, maybe from our childhood, our interactions with other people, our associations, our education. What we have been exposed to forms the folders, the different folders we have in our minds. So Harv said that the mind contains different 17 files, which is like the different ways the rich think from the poor. That the rich have their way of thinking, which is different from the poor. He said that he's not trying to say that the rich are better than the poor. Of course, no. They are just different. It's just that they are different because of how they think. So Harv talked about the manifestation process. that for everything that happens in life, there's a process that leads to the manifestation. And that process is what we call TFAR. TFAR. What does that mean? T stands for thought. Whatever it is that you see in this life starts from the thought. Somebody must have thought about it. You must have thought about whatever result you see in your life. So thoughts lead to feelings. F stands for feelings. So as you begin to think about something and you are giving energy to it, you are focusing on it, you are entertaining it, before you know it, you begin to feel like that. And as you are feeling like it, what's the next thing? Action. You act on it. So A stands for action. Remember, we are talking about TFAR. So A stands for action. So as you act on it, what happens? Result follows. So R is result. So result follows. That's the manifestation process. For everything that happens, it starts from the thoughts, the mind. So that is why it said that the mind is a very big, it contains very big, is a cabinet that contains files labeled according to the various information that you have been exposed to. So have talked about 17 ways that the rich think differently from the poor. So for today, we're going to be talking about the first three out of the 17. So the first one is the one he called wealth file 1. Wealth file number 1. What does that mean? That one is, say, the rich man knows that he creates his life. The rich man says, I create my life. The poor man says, life happens to me. Do you get? The rich man says, I create my life through my thoughts, through the thoughts that I allow in my heart. But the poor man feels that he does not have any hand in what happens to him. And what does that mean? He ends up becoming a victim because he is playing the victim mentality. Because he feels that he does not have any hand, he doesn't take responsibility for the results that he gets in his life. So have said that there are 3 clues you can use to know someone who is playing the victim mentality. The first clue is this person plays the blame game. The blame game. This person indulges in blames. He blames outside circumstances. He blames everyone around him. He blames the government. He blames the economy for the bad results he's getting in his life. If he's a student, the student will blame the teacher. That's when those students will say, WAEC gave me F. Trying to absolve themselves of that thing that happened. They don't want to take responsibility. That is because they did not read. That was why they made that F. So the poor man, that's the man that is playing the victim. He blames everyone around him. He blames his wife for the poor results he's having in his life. If he's a woman, she will blame her husband for the poor results that she is having in her life. Some people blame their parents. They even hate their parents. Some people blame their children. Some people blame God. Some blame the country. They said it's this country. Because of Nigeria, that is why I'm not doing well. And they don't know that they are playing the victim mentality. So they play the blame game. The second clue you can use to know someone who is playing the victim mentality is what we call justifying. They will come to justify why things are the way it is for them. They are the people that make the irrelevant comparison. Money is not that important. And you know, when you compare money with love, money is not really important. They begin to make those assumptions that are very wrong. Because you saying that money is not important means that you don't want to have money. It's just like someone saying that your husband is not important, or your father is not important, or your child is not important. If they are not important to you, will they be close to you for long? How long do you think you will have them if you feel that they are not important? So if you say that money is not important, what happens? You will not have it. So anyone you see saying that money is not important is either that person is broke, yes, That person does not have money. So the person is just making justification for his condition because he doesn't want to take responsibility. You see some people saying that money is more important than love. What kind of comparison is that? Baseless justification. Because they want to justify their condition. They say that love is more important than money. Saying that love is more important than money. Hello, Endless Gifts. Thank you for watching. Please let me know where you're watching me from and I'll give you a shout out. So we say such comparison is uncalled for. It's just like someone who is saying, trying to compare the hand and the leg. Maybe you're saying my hand is more important than my leg. Is it possible? Both of them are important. There are things you can use your hand for and there are things you can use your leg for. So comparing two of them is baseless comparison. It's irrelevant. It shouldn't be. So in the same way, there are areas where you need money and there are areas where you need love. So you cannot compare money with love or anything. They all have they function in their different capacities and their different units. Number 3 way of knowing someone who is playing the victim mentality is what we call complaining. You see people that are playing the victim mentality, they complain. They face the things that are not working well in their lives. And because they are focusing on the negative side of life, what happens? They get more of those negatives. More of those negative situations happen. Please let me know if you can hear me very well. I hope you're hearing me. Endless Gift, thank you for watching. Oliwo Isaac, thank you for watching. Anita Dixon, thank you for watching. Geoffrey, thank you for watching. Let me know where you're joining me from and I'll give you a shout out. So, the third way of identifying people that play the victim mentality is knowing, as in when you look at people, you see them complaining. They are focusing on the negative side of life. Because they are focusing on the negative side of life, what happens? They end up getting more of those negative things. Because what you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. And that is one thing they don't know. So because they are entertaining those negative thoughts, they begin to feel negative, and as they are feeling negative, they take negative action, and because they are taking negative action, they get negative results. So how can you help yourself? How you can help yourself is by taking full responsibility of the results that you get in your life. When something goes wrong in your life, you sit down and ask yourself, in what way did I contribute to this? Is there anything I could have done better? And you see that when you start asking yourself such questions, you'll be able to learn from that error. And you will be able to correct that error. The next chance you get, you will see that you will not make that mistake again. But when something goes wrong, and instead of you to sit down and analyze and know the areas that you contributed to that thing that happened, instead of you to do that and you focus on blaming, complaining, justifying, you don't learn and you don't grow. And what happens? You remain there. So that is number 1 way the rich think differently from the poor. The rich know that they create the results they get based on their thoughts, based on their feelings, based on their action, based on their results. And they get the results. But the poor feels that they don't have any hand, that life happens to them. So we're going to the next wealth file. He called it that the rich play the money game to win. The rich play the money game to win. The poor, they play the money game not to lose. What is the difference? Someone may be wondering, what is she talking about? Playing to win, playing not to lose. Are they not the same thing? They are not the same thing. The poor people, they play the money game on defense. For those that play football or any other sport, I don't know, when you are playing on defense, you approach your game on defense, what are your chances at winning? You agree with me that it will be very slim. So that is exactly how the poor people approach life. They approach the money game, playing not to lose. They make their goal survival and security. Instead of having that big goal of creating wealth and abundance, they are focusing on survival, security. Let me not take this too much risk. Let me not have this problem. And at the end of the day, what happens? Because they are focusing on survival and security, they don't get the exact result that they wish for. He have said in his book, in that wealth file number 2, that it is always good to shoot for the stars. If you miss the stars, you will land you will hit the moon. If you miss the stars, you will hit the moon. But the poor do not even shoot for the ceiling in their houses. And what happens? Because they do not shoot for the ceiling. Hi, Mandy. Thank you so much for joining me live. Thank you. I'm so happy that someone can hear me. Where are you joining me from? Let me know, please. Let's know in the comment section. So the wealth file number 2, because the poor people play the money game on defense, they don't get much out of it. They are trying to be careful. They don't want to make mistakes. They are very slow in taking action. They are very slow in making a decision. Because of that, they are playing on defense. And because they are playing on defense, they remain there. And because they are remaining there, they end up not becoming rich. But the rich man plays to win. He goes all out. He puts in whatever he might be required to put in to win. So that is another way that the rich differs from the poor. I hope this is making sense. Okay. So Hav gave an example with his life. He said he has been on the 3 sides of wealth. Wow, from Ilupeju, Lagos. The world of internet. Thank you for joining me, Mandy. I'm so glad to see you watching me live. Okay, so Hav is a very rich man. He's a billionaire. He said he has been on the 3 sides of wealth. There was a time in his life when he could not afford to buy gas for his vehicle. It was as bad as that. Life was tough. It was rough for him. And then, when he started working on his life, his mindset, his thoughts, he moved from that broke nature. He moved to comfortable. Some people, when you ask them, they say, if I can just be comfortable, I'll be happy. If I can just get money to pay the bills, I'll be happy. That is what they want. They just want to pay bills and it is okay for them. Hav said he has also been comfortable. Yes, there was a time in his life when he was just comfortable. At that time, he could afford to take himself to a nice restaurant out there. And as he goes there and they bring the menu, guess where he'll be looking at? He'll be looking at the price side to know the prices of whatever that he might want to eat. So whatever he eats will be determined by the price. So because he was just comfortable, not that he was rich, he was just comfortable. So sometimes he will end up eating what he doesn't really want to eat. But because of the price, he will just go for that. And he knew that it was not the ideal place. And he moved out. And he became a very rich person. And as he became a very rich person, he's using his wealth to contribute to noble causes, foundations, empowering men and women, making people to long to be more and to move out from their comfort zones. Because being comfortable somehow is not ideal. And to me, I feel it's being selfish. You just want to have money for yourself and your family. You don't want to help others. It's being selfish to me. I think everyone should, let me not generalize. The ideal thing should be for someone to aim to affect other lives, to empower lives. And you can only do that when you have enough in your hands. And you can have enough in your hands when you begin to retrace your steps, the steps that you are taking. Okay, so the third one now, the wealth file number 3 that we are going to be talking about, according to Have in his book. We've talked about the first one being that the rich believe that they create their lives, while the poor feel that life happens to them. Number 2, the rich play the money game to win, while the poor play not to lose. And then number 3, the rich commit to being rich, while the poor want to be rich. The rich man knows that for him to be rich, he has to go all out and be committed. The word is committed. You have to be committed to it. There's a difference, a huge difference between being rich and being wanting to be rich and committing to be rich. What is the difference? The man that commits to be rich, he goes all out there. He entertains no excuses. He doesn't have another option. He doesn't have any alternative option. He doesn't feel that, what if? Okay, let me just try. If it doesn't work, I'll go back. There are no ifs, no buts, no maybes. He is there to be rich, and he goes all out to do what it takes, as long as it is morally, ethically, and legally right. He goes all out to do it. If it involves 16 hours 16 hours work in a day, he will put in that work. If he needs to travel to another city to get a training, he will go. He will make sure that he stretches himself to do what it takes. But there are limits to what the man that just wants to be rich, there's a limit to what he commits to. There are the people that believe that if that wealth can fall on my laps, I will be okay. They just want wealth to fall on their laps. They don't want to come out. They don't want to go all out to get our wealth. So Have said that there are 3 types of wants. You see the people that say, I want to be rich. They just want to be rich. What they are indirectly saying is, I wish if it falls on my laps, I'll grab it. Then we have the people that will say, I choose to be rich. They are choosing is stronger than just one thing. So because they are just choosing, that is also not very strong. They may not really get it. Then we have the people that say, I commit to being rich. That is very powerful. That is the warrior's way. You say, whatever it takes, I will do it. As long as it is morally, ethically, and legally right. I will stretch myself. If it involves me to put in work, I will put in work. If it involves me to go out of my way, to travel out, to get the necessary skills, to be trained on the skills I need, I will go all out. If it involves me putting in my money to get what I want, I'll put in my money. And you see these people, they will go all out. That is commitment. They are committed to it. They are not just wishing. They are committed. And because they are committed, life has a way of giving you what you focus on. As you're focusing on it, you begin to attract it to yourself by the law of attraction. And as you keep focusing on it, you attract it. So these people are committed. The rich people are committed. They are not just wishing to be rich. They are committed. So because they are committed, they get it. So how can this work for you? So the aim of this is for you, even me, to check through your life. What are those wealth files that are not helping you? Those negative wealth files that are not helping you to get the wealth that you want. What do? You uninstall them. Just like you come to your phone and you see an app that you're not really using, is not really serving you, it's just occupying space. What do? You uninstall it and probably install a new one that will help you. So that is the same way you should treat your mind. You check your mind. What are those files that are not helping me? Maybe they told you that all rich people are evil people, and you have been nurturing it. You feel that one cannot be rich and be spiritual at the same time. That is a serious error, a huge error. Because even the Bible said that Jesus rode on a donkey. And donkey was the highest automobile in his time. Yes, it could be likened to the highest automobile in his time, in Jesus' time. Hi, Clara. Thank you for watching. Please let me know where you're watching me from, and I'll give you a shout out. So Jesus rode on a donkey. So that someone is a Christian does not mean that the person should be poor. Because even the Bible says that we should guard our hearts with what? All diligence, because issues of life flow out of it. But when you're not guarding your heart, you are allowing negative thoughts concerning wealth. They tell you that all people that are trying to be rich, that they are evil people. And some people will even be misquoting the Bible, saying that the law that money is the root of all evil. Meanwhile, that is not what the Bible said. So that is what I have talked about in this book. The way the rich men think, that is different from the way the poor think. So out of these three, which one do you like most? Out of these three that I just shared, let me know the one that gives you more value, and I'll give you a shout out. So that is it from me today. Wealthy Wednesday with Rosy. Thank you so much for watching me live. Thank you. Monday we had Money Mindset Monday with Rosy, and today we had Wealthy Wednesday with Rosy. And on Friday, by the grace of God, we're going to be having Fabulous Friday with Rosy. We'll talk about the next 3 wealth files. So I do hope you will join me on that day. So let me know if you find value. I hope this is helpful. Let me know if you find value. And if you know someone who might benefit from this, please feel very free to share it, and I will give you a shout out. And as you share, comment shared in the comment section. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.